when I'm standing somewhere here, this is a nice photo subject, I encountered a small problem. I put the camera on 70, 180 on the tripod here. Right now I'm preparing for another photography tour, this time to photograph some fog, and the first time ever to drive with my new special car you can see here. So I fulfilled myself a life dream, and I now have built for myself the ultimate landscape photography car, and I want to show you a little bit around. Here it is, the Weather Hunter's Land Cruiser, which is actually a thing I wanted to have since I was a young boy starting with landscape photography. But now I actually managed to have one, and well, I built this in the perfect way so it fits my type of photography. I didn't want to have a camper, but I built this as a camper, so let's take a look inside. The first thing you will see is that I built a really big and comfy bed. It's actually 1.20 meters wide and actually 2 meters in depth. So this is really cozy because I'm a little princess when it comes for sleeping. So I need the comfort for myself. And well, down here I got all my landscape photography stuff. So there's my notebook. Then I have, of course, my camera and the tripods. On the left side there's still some space left, so here's stuff I obviously need when I'm on tour, like some toilet paper. One of the cooler things I built is on here on the side. So this thing is called Moller Panel. You can put different stuff here. So I got like first aid, and here there are the clothings I need for sleep and fresh clothing in the morning. So when I wake up I can get all new clothes. On the other side there's cool stuff. This is probably the coolest stuff. I will use this in the morning. This is a vacuum, but this is a vacuum to suck off the condensated water of the car's windshield so that I can start driving in the morning and don't need to dry all the time the windshield. There's more clothing behind, and of course when I need to extinguish some fire. Let's take a look into the left rear side. There you can see there's a cooling box inside here. This is connected right now to the car, but I can also connect it to a separate battery pack so that this refrigerator keeps my stuff cool, what I need for food. And on the right side you can see here in the middle there's the additional battery with all the stuff. This is connected directly to the car, so when I'm driving it is charging, but later on it will be charged by a solar panel I will put on the roof. And so here I can charge all the stuff, all the camera gear overnight while I'm sleeping, and so this will keep my stuff running when I'm on tour. But most importantly, my biggest problem was I have so much time in field where I just wait for the right conditions that I can use this time for work. So I have this whole notebook holder inside the car on the shotgun seat, and when I'm sitting around waiting for better weather, I can just work here with my laptop, as this would be my driving office, so that I can organize all my tours with customers or keep a viewfinder running for you. This is only for young people. If I'm getting much more older, I wouldn't be able to crawl onto my roof. So wait. So now I'm on my car's roof. There's nothing much here yet, but here will go a solar panel which just will fill up with green energy my additional battery in the car so I could charge all my stuff. And also here comes all the other overlanding gear, like additional fuel or of course some water so that I can shower, and also some stuff for the kitchen. Well, this is it. I will get more stuff to the car and make it even more comfy and more fitting for my weather photography. And well, of course, probably everybody of you seeing it, this is a really nice car. And well, this is like now my home on wheels, because I actually do not own any property to live in Germany. So this is it. This is my future. I will be driving so much around in Europe or maybe other places, I don't know yet. And yeah, this is my home on the road, and let's see where it will take me. For tonight, it will take me to northern or eastern Franconia. Franconia is a part of Bavaria, and there should be some fog in the morning. Fog layer height is forecasted to be around 400 meters, so it would fit perfectly two locations. One location is called Kloster Banz. It's a monastery in this area, and the other one is called Staffelberg. It's a Mesa mountain, and it should be pretty nice, and the perfect fog layer height, sticking out a little bit out of the fog. So this is the plan. This is where I'm driving. So let's see how it will turn out. Well, good morning. As you can see, I'm on location, and when I get my headlights down, you can see that I'm still perfectly fine inside the fog. So the forecast was right. But when you look up, there is blue sky, which means that right now I am perfectly at the upper layer of the fog, and now I will go up 75 to 100 meters more onto the Staffelberg, and then I will be in the perfect position for photographing the fog today in the morning. But well, let's get ready. Grabbing all my stuff out of the back of the car. So what do I need today? Probably camera would be good, and the tripod. So got a lot of stuff out of the car. As I keep walking up, I'm now leaving the fog. There behind me there's a little bit of fog left, but over my head there's clear blue sky, which means that I will be over the fog on Staffelberg perfectly for the idea of my shot in my mind. I'm now getting closer to the top, and there's a small layer of fog because it's totally wind still here over the mountaintop. And well, you think probably, why is this bastard not on location when there's already good light? That's because I hate waking up in the morning, and I want to have the sunrise light and not the blue hour light for my shot. My fellow night owl type of people will probably have the same feeling, like waking up in the morning is pure physical pain, and so that's one of the reasons I got this nice Land Cruiser, because I can just sleep on location, which saves me a lot of sleeping time in the morning, and which makes things so much easier for me. Look at the beauty of this morning here, and the thin layer of fog over there in the fields. Well, it's not exactly what I have on my mind, so I won't shoot that because I need to get to my location, but I want to show it to you. Just look at the red sky and the small layer, 1 or 2 feet thick radiation fog sitting directly over the fields, over the ground. getting close to the top, and now here there's a small chapel I wanted to shoot on top with the sunrise behind when the sun is shining through light fog in the foreground making some rays. And when you look to the side, there's the lower fog layer here. This is the main fog layer under the inversion here. This is what I wanted to have, so perfect conditions I wanted. So this is the position I'm taking the photo of. There behind me there's a small chapel, and as you can see there's the morning light, and I want to have like this framing here in the middle, and I will do a time lapse of this to have the sunrise. Sun is coming up like in 15 minutes now. I now put the camera on the tripod. I got a Tamron 17 to 50 millimeters, an aperture 5.6, and this is now an aperture automatic mode. So I put the aperture in, and I'm now time lapsing this situation, and the rest will do the camera for me. There's a reason, because I want to use my other camera to shoot some more compositions around here. The Staffelberg itself, it's a mesa. This means that this is a tableau on top of the mountain with high cliffs around. And you can see here I'm now on one of those cliffs, and it's going down really, I guess around 50 meters, nearly 100 meters here behind me, all the way down. So this is not the place I want to be too long. And but you can see my image composition here. When I'm standing somewhere here, this is a nice photo subject to have all the landscape in the background. And as soon as the sun is rising, the light should drop in here in the foreground and make some nice light conditions here, the landscape. And what I want to do as my main photo shot today is this cliff here, because this is a landscape we cannot find too much in Germany, but well, how beautiful is it this morning? Perfectly fog layer height. Well, it could be a little bit higher around here. It may happen because fog is behaving in waves, and at some point the fog is rising up, but right now it's, I guess, like 150 meters lower than my position, which is a little bit surprising, because in the forecast the fog was said to be higher than this a little bit. I encountered a small problem, and it's too hazy to have good light. You can see it here, the sun is already up for 10 minutes, but the problem is here where I want to have the composition in front of me. There sadly is only no light because it's too hazy and it's blocking all this light. So I'm now getting fast to the south side of this mountain to get some compositions from there. Here on the south side you can see that there is light, and hence I can do some photos. But let's see what I can find. I think here in the middle right now of the frame, in this specific area, this looks nice for a tailor shot right now. I put the Tamron 180 on the tripod here, and doing some landscape details over there. That's a quite nice composition, and I'm using the aperture of 6.3 because this is the sweet spot at around 150 millimeters of focal length of this lens. And I'm doing a bracketing of 5 exposures with a difference of 2 apertures, so at all additional 8 apertures of dynamic range for this shot. I'll put them together later on the computer. And it's quite nice right now because this thin layer of fog I showed you before, it's still sticking to the mountain top, and therefore making up for a beautiful, nice situation where you have a single fog rays breaking through, and this is quite on spot right now. You can see the composition when I'm shielding the display a little bit. This is what I'm shooting right now. Quite nice sunlight breaking through now in the fog. MVP this morning, definitely was the time-lapse camera here, and I'm now adding the time-lapse because, well, the thing I actually want to shoot did not turn out so good because of the problem with this hazy atmosphere not bringing enough light on where I wanted to have it. Well, that was quite nice. I have now the plan. There's the monastery I told you before. It's somewhere over there, and it's right now starting to stick out of the fog layer. And I will go there and I will fly my drone around, which is allowed in this place. And so I have to go down now fast. If I get the picture of the monastery, I will just show you it at the end of the video, because it will be a drone picture. It's not so much to film while flying the drone. And I wish you a pleasant day, and thanks for watching.